No going for two. They'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A four-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Check 56. All day, every day, any day.
Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they try the right side here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Alexander. 4 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. First half as he gets it away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Come on! So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Ebron caught left side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they spend a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try to chip away this timing.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Aaron Donald's the name most people think about in the defensive tackle position, but an All-Pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward, an absolute nightmare to try and block. And he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a 2-time Pro Bowler. Had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year. And he spent a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Chubb.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They give the Chubb out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Mayfield with the give.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. First down, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, but I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Quickly into the hands of Beckham.
Mayfield's pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the play.
There's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
And it's complete. Hooper. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Here's Mayfield. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it'll be second and goal.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Mayfield's pass.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now Ben on third and long. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Browns take over.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. You see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here. It's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. The Browns drive about to get started. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about
accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Number 9.
A big play there. 75 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and
From the
14.
shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Good catch there by Eric Ebron, and the Steelers are hoping that they see the 2,000 touchdowns. And that was good enough for 2nd in the league with the Indianapolis Colts. The Steelers like to throw to the tight end. They hope Ebron is the guy.
Mike's 56. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Jerome
Baker there on the tackle.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger. That one caught by the rookie Chase Claypool. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 36. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Boy, how good has his defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
56. Right there.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Check. 4 down.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
Come on, man! Joel Bitonio, one of the steals of the 14 draft, the culprit there.
Watch 98.
Mayfield now. That's out to Chubb, complete. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Defense, let's go.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Third down.
Mayfield looks to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Who told you to do that?
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. That'll bring up second down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So here are the Browns to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
The Browns first down.
They run. Chubb. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the...
Quickly here, and that's complete.
Mayfield's
and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of
12 yards there and a first down.
Cleveland.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup at 6.
Mayfield to throw it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And it'll move the chains. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
He's brought down
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Third down.
To throw, Mayfield.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Browns first down.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
On the coverage.
And his kick here is good.
The field goal is good.
And that'll extend this lead now up to 25.
38. Steelers 13.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Watch that in,
Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd and short. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Roethlisberger's pass.
It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
John Johnson.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Number 24,
and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd
and again, it's Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, fellas.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
A gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Safe, safe, safe.
They run it again with Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
At the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here's the rookie from Florida State. It's Cam Akers. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. He hit his first. Now this from 43. So Cleveland able to come away with the... It was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, that we can use to cover that, and they said, yeah, when a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them,